top-line growth. Now, not where we'd ideally like to be, but when you consider the fact that our largest market, Japan, has been in decline during this period of time from 5 to 10%. The rest of our markets are growing at double-digit rates. Let me just show you a few. This is Q1, before I jump to the individual markets. Q1 up 23%, earnings per share up 72%. Let's run through some of the markets. The Americas up 12.3% over the last 6 years on a compounded annual basis. That is nothing to be ashamed of. When I hear people ask me questions like, well, if you guys are doing so well, why aren't you growing faster in the U.S.? I say, what are you talking about? And the U.S. is doing great, thanks to all of you. South Korea, a star market for us. It's really been growing at 20% plus for over the last 10-year period of time. And we are now starting to incorporate a lot of the things that South Korea is doing there globally, such as our product launch process that I'll talk about in a minute. Europe, our fastest growing market over the course of the last 6 years, thanks to the man whooping down here. And the growth really not only in Eastern Europe, where Kenton's been very successful, but when you look at that pie chart, you can see that we have really great geographic distribution of our revenue throughout the whole of the European region. South Asia Pacific, showing an 8% CAGR, but look at that area that's circled in red. 40% plus growth over the last couple of quarters in South Asia Pacific, particularly in Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand, which are just on fire. Those of you who have contacts there should be going after those. And last but not least, Greater China. Now, Greater China's here showing an 8% CAGR, and you can see a big bump there and then a contraction. But take a look at the bar chart on the bottom right here. This is growth in mainland China over the course of the last 5 quarters. Mainland China is on fire. And you're going to see in our second quarter numbers that the Chinese are kicking it. And China, I worry a little bit, frankly, for us Americans, because these people are very, very aggressive, committed business people. I have a little clip here I'm going to show you if we have time. Now, one of the reasons for all of this growth globally is the fact that we love to innovate. You know, we all announced a new innovation center. I'm about to show you, I think for the first time, a little architectural rendition of how things are shaping up on our downtown campus. This is how it looks today, with the high-rise and the Crest building across the street and the lab behind. This is the latest version of the artist's rendition of how it's going to be. So you can see that we will have, yeah, this is exciting, by the way. You should be, we're excited about this. We're going to have a very large atrium that will connect our old building with this new space, where we'll be able to seat lots of people, hopefully maybe even up to 1,500 people or so. The high-rise will be about 6 stories. Now, none of this includes any design work. This is just early architectural renderings. But you can also see that we're going to add a canopy to the existing structure that will kind of tie both sides of the street together, and I think be a really wonderful addition to downtown Provo. And frankly, it's just a huge statement about how committed we are to continually innovate, so that you all know that you not only have the most vibrant business opportunity today, but you'll have the most vibrant business opportunity 5 and 10 and 15 years from now. Now that commitment today is represented by this slide, and you're all familiar with it. It's the Ageloc story. And I want to just talk about this story really quickly, because I'm going to run out of time fast. I showed this slide on the Team Elite trip, and I just want to update it. This is G3 sales in the first 8 quarters after we launched the program. Ageloc transformation in quarter 1. Ageloc transformation in quarter 2. And in quarter 3, which ends in 2 weeks, based on sales that we've already seen in this quarter, we're going to be off this chart in terms of Ageloc's sales volume. By far, the most successful product launch we have ever had, thanks to your effort and your commitment. Now along comes this creative, clever little Joe Chang, and he says, okay, this is just the beginning. We can do a lot more. You all know that Vitality's coming out this fall, right? have to confess, I was not overly excited when Joe came and told me that he felt that this category, energy and vitality, was really the first category we needed to hit on our Ageloc Insight story. And the reason for that is it's kind of a crowded space. There's a lot of energy stories out there, and everyone's got some kind of caffeine, whatever, or this spike or whatever. But the more I have studied this, and now, frankly, having been on the product for the past 6 weeks, I can tell you that you're going to like this product a lot. This is good stuff. And the thing that I like about it is even more than LifePak Nano, you're going to feel this product making a difference in how you feel, how you function on a daily basis. Now, then he says, we need to stage the fall of 2011 MOAS. And you all know what MOAS means, right? The mother of all supplements. It used to mean the mother of all serums, now it means the mother of all supplements. MOAS is going to, and this is going to be tough for those of us who are LifePak Nano devotees, and I'm one. MOAS is designed to be the hub of Pharmanex Ageloc products. It's the new LifePak Nano. And for those of us who have been taking Nano forever and love it, it's going to be a little bit tough to switch, I think, because we all love LifePak Nano, and some of us, the Nathan Rickses of the world will probably take both, because that's just the way he is. But this will be, the launch of Ageloc Pharmanex will rival transformation in terms of size and in terms of impact to our business. And if that's not something to look forward to, then we're not doing a very good job of communicating. Okay, now I want to just share another thought about what Ageloc really means, because as we told this story to the street over the course of the last month, we had a group of investment bankers with us, and they would sit and listen to our presentation, and I could tell that they weren't really getting it. And after about 6 or 7 presentations, they said, wait a minute, are you saying what we think you're saying? And then they said, are you really saying this? And we said, that's exactly what we're saying. And they said, you need to say it a little more clearly, so I put it in a slide. What we're saying is this, that environmental influences on our genes, most of which we control, play a much more significant role in aging than what biology has previously thought. So said another way, for those of you who are in the healthcare field, what we're saying is Darwin was wrong. Darwin was wrong. Darwin, who coined the whole theory of the primacy of DNA, basically said, you know what, it's all about your DNA, it's all about your genes. And even he admitted later in life to his colleagues that he had way underestimated the importance of the environment on the way our genes express themselves. What we're saying is we control the way we age. It's within our ability, based on what we're putting into our bodies and based on the way we're influencing our genetic structure, to significantly control the way we age. That's big stuff. This is something that 99.9% of the population has not heard. And you all, just like Russ was the pioneer of Nutriol, you are now the pioneers of what we think is the biggest story to come along in the anti-aging field in a long, long time. Now, as I thought about the significance of this statement, though, something occurred to me that probably has already occurred to you. I'm maybe a little bit slower than the rest of you. But to me, Ageloc means something even more than this. Because the more you get immersed in this business, and the more you hear from the likes of these people who are up here at the front of this room, the more you're going to hear from them the fact that we can now not only Ageloc our bodies, we're not only in control of the way we age, but we're also in control of the way we think, and we're also in control of the way we feel. What I'm talking about here is age-locking not only our bodies, but age-locking our minds